Good evening once more, dear community. The night has grown older. The watchman keeps his vigil. Maria dreams. But in another part of town, a different story unfolds, one about overdue books and timely grace. Let me tell you about Eleanor. Eleanor works at the Central Library, not as a librarian, but at the circulation desk. Her shift ends at 9 p.m., but she always stays until 9:30. To tidy, to reset, to breathe. Tonight, at 9:28, a man rushed in, breathless, flustered, holding 2 books. "I'm so sorry," he said. "They're very overdue." Eleanor smiled her practiced smile. "It's okay. Let me check them in." She scanned the first book, The Art of Forgiveness by L.M. Barrett, overdue by 47 days. The second book made her pause. Night Psalms, Prayers for the Weary, overdue by 112 days. "There will be a late fee," she said gently. $8.50 for the first, $19.25 for the second. The man's shoulders slumped. "I don't have it," he whispered. "I lost my job. Then my father died. The books, I just forgot." Eleanor looked at him. Really looked. His eyes were the color of tired. His hands shook slightly. Library Rule 7.3 states clearly, all late fees must be paid before new materials can be checked out. But Eleanor's heart, which had its own rules, whispered something else. She remembered something her grandmother used to say. Sometimes mercy is just remembering that everyone has a story you haven't read yet. Eleanor did something that would give the head librarian palpitations. She cleared the fines. All of them. $27.75 worth of grace. "It's a one-time courtesy," she said, then added softly, "I'm sorry about your father." The man didn't cry, but his eyes did that thing where they become oceans. Deep, salty, grateful. "Thank you," he said. And then, as if remembering, the Psalms book, it helped, when nothing else did. As the man turned to leave, something fell from the Psalms book, a makeshift bookmark, a receipt from a hospital cafeteria, dated 3 months ago. The timestamp, 2:17 a.m. On the back, in shaky handwriting, Psalm 91:4. "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge." Dad's favorite. He's under those wings now. I'm still waiting for mine. Eleanor picked it up, chased the man to the door. "Sir, you dropped this." He took it, looked at it, and his carefully composed face cracked. Just a little. At the corners. "I read that every night," he said, waiting for the feathers to feel real. Then he was gone, into the night, carrying his grief, and 2 books that were now truly his. Eleanor locked the library doors, walked through the silent aisles, the scent of old paper and dust, the sound of her own footsteps. She had her own overdue books, not literal ones, but emotional ones. Book 1, An Apology to Her Sister. Overdue by 3 years, for words said in anger, for pride that kept her silent, for waiting for the other to make the first move. Book 2, A Dream of Painting. Overdue by 12 years, since art school, since practicality won over passion, since she told herself later, and later never came. Book 3, Forgiveness for Herself, overdue by she didn't even know. For not being the daughter she thought she should be. For not being the artist she dreamed of being. For being just Eleanor, ordinary, overdue. She stopped at the religion section, ran her fingers along the spines, stopped at the Psalms, pulled out a worn copy, opened to Psalm 91. Read the words the man had written. "He will cover you with his feathers." Eleanor, who hadn't prayed in years, whispered, "Where are my feathers?" The library didn't answer, but the silence felt different, softer, like it was holding space for her question. Eleanor thought about the Beatitudes. She'd heard them once at a wedding. They'd stayed with her like a haunting melody. She walked through the library, seeing them in the titles. "Blessed are the poor in spirit." In the self-help for depression section, books worn from use, pages damp with tears. "Blessed are those who mourn." In the grief memoirs, stories of loss, testimonies of survival. "Blessed are the meek." In the biographies of quiet saints, people who changed the world by kneeling first. "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness." In the social justice section, angry, hopeful books, calls to action. "Blessed are the merciful." In the forgiveness memoirs, stories of reconciliation, miracles of grace. "Blessed are the pure in heart." In the children's section, picture books about kindness, simple truths. "Blessed are the peacemakers." In the conflict resolution guides, books about ending wars, both global and domestic. "Blessed are those who are persecuted." In the histories of martyrs, stories of faith that cost everything. Eleanor realized the whole library was a beatitude, a testament to human hunger, for knowledge, for meaning, for hope, for God. Every overdue book was someone's unanswered question. Every returned book was someone's small completion. Here's what Eleanor understood as she turned off the lights. We all have overdue books in our souls. Promises we didn't keep, apologies we didn't make, dreams we didn't pursue, forgiveness we didn't give or receive. And there's a late fee. Oh, there's always a late fee. The fee isn't money. It's the weight of regret. The interest compounding daily. Should have, could have, if only. But what if there's also a librarian? One who can clear fines. One who says, your debt is forgiven. Go in peace. Just don't forget you're always welcome here. What if grace is the ultimate one-time courtesy that's actually offered every time? Eleanor didn't have a dramatic conversion. She didn't quit her job to become a missionary. She did 3 small things. First, she texted her sister. Just 2 words. I'm sorry. Second, she bought a small sketchbook, put it by her bed, told herself, 1 drawing, once a week, no judgment. Third, she wrote on a slip of paper, feathers are for resting, not earning. Put it in her wallet. Then she went home, made tea, sat by her window, looked at the moon. And for the first time in years, she didn't feel overdue. She just felt present, here, now. Under the same moon that watched over the grieving man, the watchman, Maria, Mr. Tongue, and everyone else trying to return what they've borrowed from life. Tonight, consider your own soul's library. What books are overdue? Maybe it's the I love you didn't say, the I forgive you didn't offer, the I need help you didn't admit, the I'm proud of you didn't hear, the this is my dream you didn't pursue. Don't rush to fix it all tonight. Just acknowledge. With Eleanor's gentleness, with the library's quiet acceptance, say to yourself, yes, that's overdue, and it's okay. I'm still allowed to check out new books, I'm still welcome here. Let me offer you a psalm, not from the Bible, but from the library of human experience. Blessed are the overdue, for they know what it means to owe. Blessed are the ones with late fees piling up, for they understand the cost of time. Blessed are those who finally return what they've carried too long, for they discover the lightness of surrender. Blessed are the ones who approach the desk with trembling hands and shameful eyes, for they receive not condemnation, but welcome back. We've missed you. Your place is still here. God, librarian of souls, keeper of our stories, we come to you tonight with overdue hearts. We have borrowed time and wasted it. We have taken love and hoarded it. We have received grace and forgotten to return it as gratitude. Clear our fines, not because we deserve it, but because you're merciful, because you know the stories behind our lateness, the grief that distracted us, the fear that paralyzed us, the shame that silenced us. Help us to return what we've held too tightly: grudges, regrets, old identities. Help us to check out anew hope, courage, forgiveness, today's mercies, and remind us, when we encounter other overdue souls, to be like Eleanor, to see the story, not just the late slip, to offer grace, not just penalties, to remember that everyone is just trying to return something and borrow something else on this journey home. Amen. One small practice tonight. Think of one thing you've been carrying that feels overdue. Just one. It might be an apology, a thank you, a dream, a confession, a forgiveness. Don't do anything about it yet. Just name it. Whisper it to God, or write it on an imaginary slip of paper. Then imagine placing it on a divine circulation desk. Hearing, thank you for returning this. No late fees. What would you like to check out instead? Maybe what you check out is peace for tonight, courage for tomorrow, faith for the journey, or simply the knowledge that you're loved exactly as you are. Overdue fines and all. Remember, God's library never closes. The divine circulation desk is always staffed. You can return what's heavy and borrow what's hopeful at any hour, even now. Especially now, in the quiet of night, when defenses are down, when truth feels safe to whisper. So return what you need to, borrow what you lack, and know that your account is covered by grace, paid in full by love. Sleep well, dear patron of this mortal library. May your dreams be stories of homecoming. May your morning find you lighter. May your day be a new volume in the beautiful ongoing story of you becoming you. Good night.